Hi, I'm Mark Duclos and welcome along to our weekend review here at thedogs.com.au and Greyhound Racing New South Wales, and there's obviously been plenty happening both on and off the track. We'll start with the latest news on the lockdown restrictions due to the COVID-19 situation in Sydney, and until further notice all trials and race meetings are suspended at Wentworth Park. The Wednesday meeting scheduled for this week has been transferred to Gosford, with 5 15-metre 5th grade events carrying Wednesday Wentworth Park prize money, starting with $4,000 to the winner. Maidens will be $1,500 for first, and if 3 88-metre races are required to make up the program, they'll have a winner's prize money cheque of $2,500 for graded races. The Saturday meeting for Wenty this week has been transferred to Bulli and will be graded with 472, 515 and 590 metre races and carry traditional Saturday city prize money for all graded events over those distances. Don't forget, we're still in zoned racing areas. Zone 1 is for participants residing in the Greater Sydney, Blue Mountains, Wollongong and Central Coast areas, and those participants are eligible to race at Bulli, Dapto, Richmond and Gosford. The remainder of the state is classified as Zone 2 and are eligible to race at any other venue other than those in Zone 1. For all the latest information on the changes to our racing schedule, just head to thedogs.com.au website, where we'll have the very latest on any announcements from the New South Wales Government in relation to any further lockdown restrictions. Well, the first Grafton Winter Carnival on the new track promised so much, and eventually it delivered it in spade loads, with wagering on all meetings across the carnival extremely high. The first of the feature events run last Wednesday night was the Clarence Valley Sheds Maiden Classic Final, and when the boxes opened, Sophie Sa Wren and Zipping Maserati were equal favourites to take home the $20,000 winner's cheque.
Racing Smooth Heaven fairly into stride. Best away was Blue Carrot. Out after it was Zipping Maserati with good early burn. 3 away then to San Polo, followed by Daily Magic. Zipping Eve. Well back was Sophie Zaren. Colonel Triggers relegated to the rear with Smooth Heaven on the side. And dashing clear was Zipping Maserati. Look at him go. Put 3 on Blue Carrot. Into third was San Polo. Zipping Maserati. Too strong. Takes out the classic.
I'm tipping it must give you a great thrill because he is by your stud dog, Zipping Garth.
Yeah, he's a good pup, this Mark. He's done it the first day Camo Marty would break him in. He run the hands off the clock the first time they get electric on him. And he's done it ever since, mate. So he's a serious dog, but he's young, he's immature, but he's good. That's the main thing. And he's sort of got the lids right tonight, Mark. Like you said, he's run 8.98 early, which is much better, but I just think he just wants about 10 or 15 starts, Mark. A couple more trips around to work it out, but I think he's highly exciting, that's for sure.
And of course this Zipping Garth, Zipping Lily Litter, they're on fire at the moment, Jace. You must be ecstatic with them.
There's a few more to come at home. We had a little hiccup with one with a little minor injury and another one got a virus. They're not far behind this bloke, so it looks good for the future for the old Garth, that's for sure.
Next up, it was the Stayers Cup over 660 metres, and punters pinned their faith in the Dave Richardson prepared Bar Sandy, but it was that man MACKAY again.
Sandy and Cool Burbsky are rushing across. Burn Ends will hold them out. Bar Sandy gets across and heads Burn Ends through the catching pen and into the back. Bar Sandy race 2 clear on Burn Ends. Around them was Cool Burbsky. 3 away to Lucky Hero, followed by In Your Time, Double Bluff. A minute off them was Dark Rain, and seeing them all was Temper Tears. The pilot's Bar Sandy, sticking with it as Burn Ends. On its outside, Cool Burbsky, and running on was Lucky Hero as they straighten the battles on here. Bar Sandy, Burn Ends up on the fence. Cool Burbsky out wide. Bar Sandy in front. Cool Burbsky in the last bound. Cool Burbsky.
And that was an impressive run from her.
Exactly right, Mark. I didn't think she had that in her, sort of to give that thing a start and be wide and run her down, but she's got a bit of ticker, that's for sure. But that's a handy run, yeah, for sure.
Her best form previously had been on the tighter tracks. Tonight she seemed to eat up here at Grafton.
Yeah, she's like the joint. That's her first go, too, out the boxes, so obvious she could probably improve, but Mark, real gutsy effort. That I like to run, yeah.
The Sprinters Cup was renamed the Fat Albert Village Green Sprinters Cup in memory of Daryl Albert Gleeson. And on paper, it looked to be a race for the ages, and that's exactly how it turned out. Trainer Michelle Lill rugged up the first and second favourites in Casual Glance and More Sauce.
Ready? Racing, deck 52, out only fairly. Best to begin was Pearson. Punching through was More Sauce and Lewis Rumble. Next was Casual Glance, followed by Talking Country. Well back was deck 52, Supreme Stream and Impress Shade. Sees them all. More Sauce is the pilot in the cup on the side. The chaser is Lewis Rumble. Behind those runners is Casual Glance as they're into the straight. More Sauce kicking. Lewis Rumble trying hard out wide, but More Sauce grips on.
Michael, a great win, great early pace. This greyhound just shows his true tenacity when he jumps out and leads.
Yeah, it's a great thrill tonight. There's a split match between all three of them really, but he's just got that burn, you know, and it just burns him off early. His run home time, he's picked up a couple of lengths on his run home, which won him the race, you know. Really proud of him, mate.
Hard work pays off, mate. It's the fourth time you guys have brought him up here, and again, he's really stood up on the big stage tonight.
Yeah, we had an 8-week plan to try and take out this race, and really impressed with what the guys have done here. Track's in sensational order. This is just a blueprint for tracks around the state now. You just want to put Grafton everywhere around the state. It's just a great track, yeah. Really happy.
Big thrill to win the Sprinters Cup tonight.
Oh, I'm stoked, mate. You bloody ripper, Duke.
Trainers were unanimous in their praise for the new track, many labelling it as the best track in New South Wales, and Grafton will now revert to their standard racing schedule, which will see them race in the twilight time slot on a Sunday afternoon. And we have just one more stud service to be auctioned for our fundraiser for the late Darryl Albert Gleeson, and it is from the all-conquering four-time Group 1 winner, Dinah 11. Kindly donated by Tony Wiseman from Sires on Ice. The service is valued at $3,500, but Sires on Ice will also perform the implant for your bitch as well, making it valued at in excess of $4,000. The opening bid has been made at $2,800. Bidding will cease at 6 p.m. this coming Saturday. And don't forget, all further bids must be made in increments of a minimum of $50. To bid on the Dinah 11 service and implant, just head to the Grafton Greyhound Club Facebook page, or you can call the club on 02 6642 3713. And we're now less than 30 days away from the start of the 2021 $1 Million Chase Series, with the first of the regional qualifiers to be staged at Temora on August the 8th. Subject to lockdown restrictions, the $1 Million Chase Series will be run at 16 different venues around New South Wales before heading to Wentworth Park on the 11th of September for the City Preludes. The semi-finals will be decided on September 17, and then on Saturday, the 25th of September, we will stage the world's richest greyhound race, with $1 million going to the eventual winner. That's all we have in this week's edition. For all the latest news, fields, form, video previews, and of course you can watch free live racing by heading to the dogs.com.au website. And don't forget, that's where you'll also find all the latest information about any changes to our racing schedule due to the COVID crisis. And speaking of our website, take note that the Old Dogs website will be phased out in the next week. So if you haven't made the transition across to our new site, now is the time to do it. On the new dogs.com.au website, you'll find more enhanced features. And if you have any trouble getting your head around it, there are a number of tutorials available to make it as easy as possible for you. And finally, our sportsbet run of the week from Dapto last Thursday night goes to the Michelle Sultana trained Impress Patch, who was on debut at the track and took an immediate liking to it, clocking a best of night 29.92 over the 520 metres.
And they're racing now. Beginning quickly, box 2, Impress Patch, the favourite will go through. And he leads clearly at the first turn from Drink Long Necks. And into third placing, getting onto the rails is MACKAY. They're followed then by Roger Bullet. Next, Marlon Big Millie, Swishy Girl, well back the inside, Ritzakez. And last is Dollface, off the back straight. Impress Patch doing it well. Led by 3 on Drink Long Necks, who's trying hard to bridge back the margin. Not doing so for the time being. And Impress Patch did it all the way. Won it by a length and a half on Drink Long Necks.